Welcome back to another Phone Fix Friday. My name is Derek, and today we're going to be doing something that I hope works out in the end. I've got a bin here full of a bunch of old devices, ranging from old iPods, from older iPhones. Not exactly sure everything that's wrong with them. These devices probably haven't seen the light of day for years, maybe 6 years or so, 5 years. And I thought, let's go through it. Let's select one at random. So let me just grab a phone here. Okay, we've got an iPhone 6. Looks like it's in decent shape. It is missing the pentalobe screws, so I bet that someone's been in this before, probably me. There's a good chance that if it's in the dead bin, it's probably a motherboard issue that I probably wasn't equipped to handle at the time. So yeah, let's open it up and see if we can figure this one out. All right, so we've got this old iPhone 6 that I just pulled out of an old bin. Doesn't have the pentalobes in it, so I believe someone's worked on it. And when we plug it in for power, nothing happens. Looks like there's a gap already at the bottom. Let's see if we can pop this apart. Yeah, definitely looks like it's been worked on. There's a missing shield here. Brackets are gone. Screws are gone. So yeah, let's take the board out and go look under a microscope. I'm going to take it out just because I can see that. I'm sure that there's stuff I need to look at. And we'll see if we can't figure out what's wrong with it. And it looks like the back's been worked on too. Maybe at least the shield's been removed. So yeah, let's go see if we can figure out why this has no power. Because the battery looks fine, doesn't look swollen. Charge port looks okay, but we'll see if it doesn't work. Yeah. All right, so taking a look at this old iPhone 6 motherboard that's been previously worked on. First thing that caught my eye is we've got these coils that have slid over and knocked over this capacitor as well. And I believe that this outside coil, if I can remember right, is part of VCC main. This cap, I remember this section being part of main. So I'm going to slide this back over real quick before we go further with diagnosing what looks like the battery connector got melted a little bit. Let's see what else might be wrong with this. And I wonder why they were working in this area. Wonder if there was like no service or something. It looks like a little bit of squeeze out of solder balls along the underfill there, but these connectors aren't burnt. It's hard to say exactly what's wrong with this device. Any long screw damage? No, nothing there. But we definitely need to address this. That's going to be shorted out before we continue. Alright, so we're going to add some flux. Alright, and we'll heat up the area. Now we just got to move this cap. Looks like this coil are kind of back in place. But the coil pulled over these capacitors here. Alright, that looks good. We'll let this cool down. There was definitely flux under this IC, so I wonder if they were trying to reflow it, whoever was working on it. Alright, so here we're looking at the schematic on an iPhone 6. And here's the coils that we kind of push back into place, and the little 3 capacitors here. And this is VCC main like I thought. So let's just test it real quick and see if there's a short on main. So red probe on ground, continuity mode. Okay, this side's ground. 0.307 is what I get there, which is about right. Everything around there's reading in really close. So let's check the battery line real quick. I'm gonna flip this around. Okay, so now let's take a look real quick. We'll put our red probe on ground here. So we got ground here, and we've got 0.46. That's close enough. 0.46. Yeah, 0.46. Of course, this should be the same. And then we should be getting, I got 0.38. So reading 20 milliohms below all of them. So that's correct. There is no issue with the battery line. Let's try injecting power into this board and see what we get. If that's all it was, you know, I still don't know if this was me that had done this years ago, worked on it, and just maybe there was a service issue and I just nudged all those out of the place and just decided to call it quits. This was a long time ago if it was me, but it was in my pile of old devices. So let's just connect it up to power and see if we can get any life out of it. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and connect up that battery connector. It's a little singed, but it should still work. Okay, and we'll connect up this display, the digitizer, the LCD, and the home button. All right, let's see what happens. Oh, we got an Apple logo. That's good. Got a normal boot sequence going on. Let's see if it comes on. These do take a while to boot up. Didn't boot up all the way. All right, come on, boot up, boot up, boot up. Get me to a screen. It's wanting to. These older devices do take forever. Come on. There we go. Touch is there. I think it wants an actual battery, not the power supply. So let's give it that. Okay, just put it inside the housing. Just missed the plastic part up there. Okay, and this brings me back. I want to pinch the coax cable down in there. Okay, charge port's connected. Power button will connect up the display. Now let's plug it in. We get a battery symbol. So we'll let this charge up and see if it turns on. All right, so it's coming on. Let's take a look and see if it stays on. No SIM card, that's fine. It recognizes all of the information for the IMEI, which is good. Looks like there might be an issue with the charge port. Wants to work in one position, not the others, which that's an easy fix. Yeah, I have to hold it just like this in order to get it to charge. So yeah, let's see if it recognizes a SIM being inserted. It says no service. That's better. Let's install my SIM real quick and see if it's got a service now. Voicemail. All right, yeah, we are picking up service. I'm going to try to make a call real quick and see if it works. And it's ringing.
Yes.
Hey, just wondering if you can hear me.
Yeah.
You can?
I mean, I'm answering your questions.
Hold on one second. Can you still hear me? What was that? How about now?
Better.
Okay. Just trying to see if this device I'm working on is fixed.
Oh. Whatever you did the second time, it was like very choppy and quiet.
Yeah. Okay, that's a fixable issue. Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Hey, bye. All right, so looks like we are working as far as that's concerned. The microphone at the bottom for regular talk wasn't working properly, and the charge port's also having an issue, but that's an easy fix. So yeah, this device was an easy fix, and it was somebody gave up on it. It might have been me way back when. Yeah, great. I've got a device now I can let my youngest use. Just gotta fix the charge port. Oh, one thing we'll need to make sure, let me go back in real quick. Let's pop the sim out. We don't need that. See if we can get it to charge up again. It's coming back on. I just want to test the Wi-Fi real quick. Let's go and test. All right, let's just see if it recognizes Wi-Fi's. And it does. Oh, we're connected to Wi-Fi. Let's see if the Touch ID works on this device. Look at that. Touch ID still works and everything. Let's see how old the iOS is. Let's look at the the version that it's on is the 11.2. It's a 16 gigabyte phone. Oh, fun. Yeah, this will be perfect for my 4-year-old. Just gotta fix the charge port. All right, so there we go. Still needs a little work. I'm gonna replace the charge port, but that's not something I think I need to show. If you really want to see it, let me know in the comments below and I'll show how to do a charge port on an iPhone 6. But yeah, this device seems to be working properly now. You know, it probably could have been me. Maybe I was searching for something and a reason for the short. I bet you it was just that the baseband had split away from the board. A very common issue on this one, and reflowing it would have worked, but nudging over components that I didn't notice before. Something like that, shorting it out. Obviously, the components that I had to address, but were visually obvious, were on VCC main, which means if they're shorted out, it's just not going to power on. I bet that way back when I probably didn't have a microscope, or maybe I did, but it was nothing that, or I didn't have schematics. Didn't have the skills that I have now. So I'm glad that I was able to quickly resolve that. It was a fairly simple solution, but hopefully you learned something. If you did, if you made it this far, go ahead and like the video. Make sure you're subscribed for more future videos. If there's something you'd like to see, let me know in the comments below. Thanks a ton for watching. We'll see you next week for more videos.